Alright, so what is good, YouTube? It is AD back with another reaction for today. Today's reaction, we're about to get into the video game side of things. Today, we're watching a YouTube channel, What Culture Gaming. You're about to see top 4 video games moments that will scar you for life. So, without further ado, hopefully y'all enjoy this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like, come on now, that big word with the red on it, subscribe, whatever, white, whatever. Hit that bell to get notified of my videos, and share with your friends, family, your pet, your ghost, all that. Share it. They gonna watch it. I'm telling you, they gonna watch it and love it too. Come on now, funny content, and it's video game and anime. Come on now, show it. Like I'm doing to you. Look, see, look. You already liking it. Look, see. And without further ado, I hate doing this. Alright, let's get it started. Damn, it's loud. There we go.
Being immersed in the latest release is quite literally all fun and games for the most part. The power that video games wield to make you feel like you are really in a world of a developer's creation is a special kind of magic, and one that all too often gets forgotten when we're playing. Only that magic soon turns into cursed witchcraft when the horror genre gets involved. That wholesome immersion we all love is taken and twisted into a terrifying, inescapable nightmare that only you can get out of. And game creators don't go easy once they've ensnared a player in.
Damn, the video didn't even really start. Shit. Oh man, damn.
Their trap. Horror video games put players through the bloody ringer at the best of times.
That's
but special mention has to go to the scenarios that are scary enough to stick with you long after the credits have rolled.
Okay.
From encountering sentient store mannequins to performing your own eye surgery, there are plenty of horrific moments out there that you can never unsee. Pun absolutely intended. I am the terrifying Ash from What Culture Horror, and these are 10 horror video game moments that will scar you for life.
Talk to me.
10. SCP-096. SCP Containment Breach. Secure, contain, protect. Those are the tenets of the SCP Foundation. So when all that goes wrong in Containment Breach, you can be sure some horrible monstrosities are roaming loose that you definitely weren't ever meant to encounter. They're not secured, they are not contained.
You know what's crazy? I've been watching like videos on like SCP creatures and stuff like that, and they're pretty interesting to me. I ain't gonna hold you. They be on TikTok and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. I hope to not see them in real life, but like it's pretty interesting. Even if they are real, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
Not protected. Tasked with making it out of the facility in one piece as they wreak havoc during a security malfunction. While facing off against the incredibly weird SCP-173 in the opening section is certainly up there, it is SCP-096, or rather the Shy Guy, that takes the crown on this one.
Oh!
To look like every
Why? Bro, it's not even 2 minutes in. Damn.
A horror monster you have seen in your life, this pale, long-limbed, screeching freak will chase after you relentlessly if you catch even a glimpse of its face. The jump scare that comes from thinking you've passed it freely, only to be hunted down when you least expect it, is definitely enough on this one. But consider the endless, terrifying pursuit of a monster that will tear you apart should you witness any small fraction of it, even unknowingly, and this beast is made lastingly creepy. 9. Motherly Love. Dead Space 2. The whole Dead Space franchise is full of pant-crapping moments. But you'd be right to take a look at this Dead Space 2 entry in particular and cry out, what about the Noontech diagnostic machine? And to that, dear watcher, I say we are all absolutely traumatized to the point of oversaturation with that particularly nasty scene. I posit there is an earlier one that has just as much potential to stick with you. Upon Isaac passing the Sprawls Elementary School, he peers in through a window as a woman coos to a baby worming its way across the floor. This is clearly no normal child. In fact, it is a crawler that then works its way into the mother's arms before exploding upon impact as she falls over its presence. The window is smeared in goopy viscera, and we're left considering quite what a mother's love is worth in this hellhole of a future. 8.
That's crazy.
Cannibal Hospitality. The Walking Dead Season 1. Seemingly pretty innocuous in comparison.
I love this series too. Why? Ad. Stop it. Stop it. Watch this. I'm gonna get the YouTube Premium and you ain't gonna like it. I'm trying to be nice and show love to the ads. Alright, there we go. Cannibal hospitality. Okay. What scene they talking about then? Cause there's a couple scenes. Low.
Seemingly pretty innocuous in comparison to other entries on this list, The Walking Dead Season 1's scarring moment is amplified for poor little Clementine more than anyone else, as she's the one about to snack down on a hearty portion of long pig, which is human meat for all you culinary novices out there.
Oh,
it's
I
this
remember
unassuming
this.
nature that it's not you in obvious danger that
found
allows for this moment.
Yo, that's crazy. For those that have played this game, so and I think this like earlier in the game, like the first part. They find out that they go to this barnyard, and then they find out that that the people that was what they was feeding them, when Lee found out that they was getting fed like human meat. They was about to eat human meat from a group member that got injured, and they was cutting his legs off and all that. Oh, I was like, that's
basically
crazy.
Creepy in a unique way. The game gives players a much-needed reprieve from the doom and gloom of the post-apocalyptic world outdoors with a comfortable home full of food and friends.
Crazy.
That is, until you learn that food and friends are one and the same thing. Discovering a member of your group tied up in a secret room with his legs hacked off, it is only a matter of time before you can reach your surrogate daughter.
You know what's crazy? They cut both his legs off, but he got shot with an arrow in his shoulder. That don't even make sense.
Downstairs
that makes no type
and stop
of sense.
her from eating the human meat. Missing this option and letting her consume flesh is a decision that haunts you, both in the game as Lee's failings and in the real world as your own. 7. Very scary. Condemned 2 Bloodshot.
Okay.
Condemned Criminal Origins gifted us with the horror show of being followed by mannequins that moved of their own accord. But its sequel, Condemned 2
creepy.
Bloodshot, gives us scares of a wholly more grounded variety. Swapping supernatural for just natural, we are faced with a bear that would make Leonardo DiCaprio blush as protagonist Ethan is trapped in a cabin with this rabid beast. Hunting you throughout the level until you're finally armed enough to take it on, the roars of this thing are enough to send a chill down your spine
look at
and
that,
keep you away from the woods for years to come as a result. Whilst perhaps not holding up for first-time players in the same way now, the grainy, dark aesthetics of Condemned still go a long way to ramping up the uncomfortable scenes of this game. And the bear is right up there as one of the most unexpectedly haunting set pieces of them all. 6. First Ghost, Fatal Frame, or Project Zero. The Fatal Frame series, or Project Zero as it's known in Europe, has long stood as one of the scariest collections of games out there, forcing you to battle supernatural phenomena by making them say cheese. In being pushed to take photos this way, there is no avoiding the horrors of the other side, with the camera obscura your only weapon against masses of terrifying ghosts. I list the original Fatal Frame here for one simple reason. It's the earliest time you can experience the ghostly apparitions of the series, and there's nothing quite like a first impression. In fact, Fatal Frame was so scary upon release that many didn't finish it, causing the developers to realign their approach for the sequel to compel players to stick around until the ending. A mechanic so innovative that it scared many gamers away from the title is surely one that has scarred a fair few people already then. 5. Arrival of the Rat King. The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 has had its fair share of the discourse, but both fans and critics alike can come together to revel in the glory of the Rat King. And oh, what a king he is.
Oh my god.
Ruler of the Seattle hospital lower levels that served as the initial outbreak zone for the state, the Rat King crops up when you collect medical supplies from an abandoned ambulance, busting through the claustrophobic hallways until he has you trapped in a waterlogged, inescapable
look at that. That is nasty.
The ensuing battle is up there with one of the best set pieces in the whole of The Last of Us.
That is nasty.
But that doesn't mean its horrifying appearance isn't going to stick with you long after completing the games. A collection of infected bodies that writhe and move as one, the Rat King even splits a separate entity from itself to stalk you as it attacks, screeching and shuffling in impossibly disgusting ways. And we thought bloaters were bad. 4. Mother of Bugs. Resident Evil 7. Marguerite is a real piece of work in Resident Evil 7. A woman transformed by her twisted, malevolent behaviour that stalks you through the remnants of her old house. She is scary enough as just your average woman. And then she goes on ahead and levels herself up into something much more. Mother of bugs and lover of her sweet insect babies, Marguerite comes back in full force after you are led to believe she's gone.
She is
with her arms
nasty.
extending to inhuman lengths as she tries to grab you through a window. It's after this sequence that you're forced into a greenhouse, with the mother now sporting a bug-infested crotch as she waddles around the darkness and leaps up the walls like an oversized spider.
Just nasty.
Needless
Ew.
to say, experiencing this traumatic monstrosity in VR only compounds what is already a highly stressful experience. Stay away.
When people play horror games with VRs, they be setting themselves up for failure. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be too scary. I'm sorry. It just the jump scares. Oh man, it's just terrible. I would never use
Mommy
a VR
long
to play.
legs. 3. Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I would never play. I would never use VR games and play them with scary games. I would never do it. Never do it.
Silent Hill 2. Not the first encounter with Pyramid Head, but the second. This moment is one of the most what the f experiences you can have in the Silent Hill series. And that is really saying something. Big Bad Pyramid Head is a staple of the franchise, and was introduced fairly tamely from behind a fence earlier on. It's in the scene where we watch him assault mannequins that we get a true insight into what this triangulated terror is all about. A flash of him manhandling the womanly forms is all we get before hiding in a closet and watching him kill the creatures, dragging a body across the floor and staring into James's safe space, eventually moving on. Bloodied.
Come on, Ed, stop
Today,
it.
Today, we're going to be unboxing these headphones
that I
bought online.
I'm enjoying.
See, the thing is...
There we go.
Unnaturally shaped and intimidating beyond belief, this is quite the grotty entrance for quite the malicious character.
I'd be very scared if I was
Hello,
right there.
Nightmares. PT. Lisa is well deserving of the blood-stained crown for ruling over all things horror in video games. But it is her fleshy pal in the sink that you'll still be thinking about in years to come.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Of course, PT is the playable teaser for Silent Hills, the oft-mourned non-release from Hideo Kojima that should have set the horror video game world on fire, but was unceremoniously cancelled instead. All traces of Silent Hills were wiped from the earth in the aftermath of this decision, which sadly included PT getting removed from the PlayStation Store. But for those that did manage to get their hands on this spooky slice, there's no need to lament its loss, as the images burned into your memory will definitely be enough to go by. All I've really got to say here is talking fetus. It's one thing to discover a discarded unborn child in a bloodied sink, it is entirely another to hear it talk to you in smooth baritone. 1. Oft by Awful. Phantasmagoria. Whilst video game horrors that scar you for life come in every
Hold up. Pause it. There we go. If I was in there, I would deeply try to... If I can't get out, then there's no point. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause like if you... I remember that game too. If you going, you gotta go on a loop every time. But everything changes. So it's like it's
variety imaginable, there is nothing that hits quite the same as a real-life sequence. So hey, why not have both? Treat yourself with the graphic adventure point-and-click fun of Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria tells a tale of a live-action woman, controlled by the player, who has moved into an old mansion and starts having all sorts of paranormal interference.
Bro, why would you stay in the mansion? Leave! People, like I understand you paid, you use your hard-earned money to get that good mansion, a good price for it. But like, if it's, I'm gonna say it, if shit start happening, if you see a table floating, you might just leave. Don't stay. You be like, that's weird. No, leave. That's stupid.
One such moment where this spooky presence makes itself all too known is when she looks in a swirling mirror, only to see the previous tenant, a magician, in a vision, detailing how he killed one of his wives. And as we clearly see, her death was not a quick one. The woman is strapped to a table and has entrails forcefully shoved into a funnel and down her throat until she expires, making for one of the most gnarly death scenes in a horror game you can
like, oh my god,
unexpected,
no, leave.
traumatizing, and gross in equal measure. Icky. And that's our list. What other scarring video game moments belong on this list?
Well, hopefully I enjoyed this. For those that was disgusted by the last one, still love the video. Just do it. I know it's nasty too, but yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell to get notified of my videos, and also share my videos so people can also enjoy it. And without further ado, I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.